Not an accident that the Conservative government have landed us in the mess where we find ourselves. It is the natural outcome of their philosophy. You must not try to employ everyone because this will cause inflation. You must not invest because how can you know that it will pay? The policy of maintaining 1 million unemployed has now been pursued for 8 years without disaster. Why risk a change? They are slogans of depression and decay. We need the breath of life.
Mr. Snowden, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, has warned the nation with ever-increasing urgency of the need for a real national economy, and it can be taken for granted that the Labour government will not shirk its responsibility.
Expenditure must be cut by £96 million, and 2/3 of that sum must be met by reducing the maintenance of the unemployed by 20%. The King's Diary, August the 24th, 1931. At 10 o'clock, I held a conference here in Indian Room, and we discussed the formation of a national government, composed of all three parties, with Ramsay MacDonald as PM, as a temporary measure to pass the necessary Economy and Finance Bill through the House of Commons.
Economies Act, passed November 1931. 10% cut in unemployment benefits. Imposition of the means test.
November 1931, there have been cut off from benefit at the labour exchanges by the operation of the means test 193,542 men and 77,995 women.
Report from Special Branch to Scotland Yard.
On 26th of August 1932, information was received that the National Unemployed Workers Movement was endeavouring to obtain signatures to a national petition against the means test, which it was proposed to present to Parliament. Arrangements were then commenced by the leaders of the movement to organise a march of unemployed men and women on London, and on 26th of September 1932, the first contingent from Scotland began its trek on the road.
How long is London to be subject to the indignity of having its police forces mobilised to deal with the communist marches? The abolition of the means test is a pretext. The presentation of the petition is a blind.
Special Branch to Scotland Yard.
No difficulty was experienced in obtaining sufficient numbers of foot officers to police processions and demonstrations. The national petition, which had been deposited at the cloakroom of Charing Cross railway station, was taken possession of by the police.
Wal Hannington, national organiser of the unemployed workers movement. When the news spread amongst the workers that the police had seized the petition, there was bitter indignation. Fighting went on around the Cenotaph and Whitehall, and just after 9 o'clock it extended into Trafalgar Square, when the most severe battle of all took place. The streets were like a battlefield after the police had passed. At the end of it, there were hundreds injured, and more than 50 marchers and demonstrators had been arrested. So ended the attempt of the workers to present their petition to the national government, of which Ramsay MacDonald, the renegade socialist, was Prime Minister.